I say, man, I'm here. We at the Harley Davidson dealership, man. A lot of my fans always be asking me like to give them pointers on this and pointers on that. Well, today I got my homegirl here, my sister, my pal, my loved one, my girl Mott Rover, Rover's best half. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna ask her a few questions, and we're gonna just parlay this thing, man. And hopefully, I can get you guys something, some education. Okay. So, you're a fairly new rider to the
Mm-hmm.
HD game. Actually, a new rider. Period.
Yes.
What has been the most learning part of or portion of your new riding? What has been the most, I guess, critical?
The most critical for me is riding your own ride.
Okay. No, give me. Okay, now stop. What is the definition of that? What is the? Because you hear that all the time. People love to throw. Oh, ride your own ride. What is that?
Doing what's comfortable for you. That's
Okay.
what riding your own ride is for me. You can't ride anybody else's ride, especially being a new rider. You ride with a lot of people, and you're trying to ride and keep up with doing their riding. You can't do that. You have to do what's comfortable for you. If it take you 2 hours to get some, you gotta cut my video.
No, we ain't gotta cut. You doing
Yes.
good. You doing
Oh
good.
no.
No, but listen though. Listen, you
You
was
know
finna hit
every.
on something. You was finna hit on something. Basically, when you're saying being comfortable, and however long it takes you till you get to the point to where, you're comfortable, then that's basically riding your own ride.
Right.
In there, what you said something that I want to go to. Is it important, or do you feel like you should ride with somebody else in learning to ride your own ride, or is this just something you get out of doing your own?
Personally, for me, it was better for me to get out and ride on my own. That's
Okay.
when I really learned how to ride. Because when you ride with someone else, you risk. My personal experience, I had people who, said that they were going to take me out. They
Why you
did.
look at me like you said that you should go?
Because you never came. But I had my experience was, you have people that say they want to take you out, they come take you out, and then in hindsight, they're really judgmental when it comes to your riding. And people also tend to forget that they were first time riders.
Mm.
So, and that was a big thing for me. It was kind of disappointing. Um, but I found myself riding better when I rode by myself because I didn't have all the noise around me. I didn't have everybody judging me whether I could do this or do that. And I was determined to say, you know what, hey, I don't want to have to depend on anybody, whether it be my husband or somebody come and get me from my house. So I got the courage up one day and I got out there, and that's the best riding I ever did.
So, do you think it was the heart that you had, the size of the heart?
Definitely.
So that matters, the size of the heart
Yes.
for the individual.
And making liars out of other people.
Okay.
That's what it was for me.
Okay. Now, as a female rider, especially in the HD game, you came in right, you came in hard. Do you feel like it's important for females to be treated just like men, or should females be considered in a man's arena but still have that edge of being a female? Meaning, for example, like some females pull up, where we go in certain bike nights, they'll pull up and expect men to run to them and help park their bike. And that's just one thing. I mean,
Hmm.
it's different things, but that's what the question and the area I'm trying to get you. How important it is for a female to hold her own on the on in the HD game.
It's very important. A female should hold her own.
Yeah.
You can't depend on anybody to park your bike or want to run up and help you out every time it's time for you to jump off your bike. I can just go on my personal experience. I can count on how many times when a male has actually come and helped me park my bike. It took, when I first started riding, it probably took me maybe about 10, 15 minutes to even get a line to want to back my bike in and park it.
Okay.
And I've had males sit there and actually watch me, seeing that I'm struggling, my feet is barely touching the ground, I'm sliding, and they still didn't help me.
Do
So
you
it's
think you feel like? Do you feel like that was out of like a jealousy type of thing, or do you feel like they figure like, well, she bought it, so she better know how to ride it type thing?
I think it's more as you bought it, you should be able to know how to ride it. And then sometimes when you coming out the box with a Harley Davidson like I did, people look at you, kind of look at you like, well, what are you doing with that bike? I've had a
Okay.
lot of people ask me that too.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for females on the set to be able to hold their own. And I just feel like males need to respect the fact that women are coming into the motorcycle community really heavy, riding these Harley Davidsons. So I think kind of there's a lack of respect for women from men, as far as being, on these big bikes and possibly, riding the bikes better than the men or hooking the bikes up before the.
She ain't just talking now. This is
It,
fact that we talking about. They out here clowning, man.
yeah.
They out here clowning from customizations to riding to getting yonder to whatever. They out here clowning.
One thing about a woman, she ain't gonna come out halfway stepping.
Yeah.
So just it's just a respect issue. We know that we're in a male-dominated community, and we just want a little respect too.
Okay. Now, being a mother, that has been an awesome twist and an awesome experience for you. How do you relate, or how do you juggle both? What advice would you give somebody trying to juggle both, trying to juggle, your everyday life, then your motherhood, and then you're trying to have some time for this HD lifestyle?
Um, the big thing is family always first.
Okay.
My children will never come second to the motorcycle community,
Okay.
ever. That's first and foremost, and I have to keep in mind that this is a hobby for me.
Okay.
So I entertain the motorcycle community when it fits into my family lifestyle.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of keep it in line, because I'm a mother, wife first.
Yeah.
Then, motorcycling is my hobby. So that's how I keep my focus.
So does having your motorcycle, being able to get out and ride, does it help you balance it too? Like, do you ever does your motorcycle help you get past certain things, like even?
Oh, definitely. It's very therapeutic.
Okay.
When you just want to leave and go and clear your mind, it's very therapeutic for me. So it's a good escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's my me time.
It's
We need that too.
Females always talk about that me time stuff,
You
man.
need it.
You need
Between
it.
dealing with y'all knuckleheads and trying to balance all this and that, we need it.
Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you, man, is that just watching you develop over the years. Because I remember when you first sat on my bike, like, this is just too much.
Right.
To the fact that now she's like, "Nigga, where we going?" I'm like, "Hold on,
Exactly.
and then she ride. I'm telling you, one hand and popping it out. She doing her thing. So just watching you develop, man, from when you said you was gonna do it to doing it. I think for me now, what you've done for me on a bigger scale is you showed me an example of setting goals and dreams and accomplishing them, no matter how small or no matter what area it was in. You did it, and that's the motivation I have for you and for just all of my friends in general. If we can help each other accomplish whatever it is that we set out to accomplish, it just all makes it better.
It does.
And that's one of the things I'm super proud of you for, because you took it head on and you've done your thing, man. And I've just watched you. I'm telling you, I've watched like Mott doing her thing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely been that. So if you could leave a female watching this, or okay, let's just say a wife or a mother or somebody who's watching this. Okay, before that, what would be the first bike for a woman? What would be the first bike for any female getting into the Harley Davidson game?
I would say start off with something maybe like a soft tail.
Okay.
Because a lot of women are short or small in stature, and you want something that you can kind of handle.
Okay.
And then you start moving on and progressing to your bigger bikes. But if you start off on anything smaller than that, you're going to be trading it in a couple months anyway. But I think a soft tail would be something good for a woman. You can learn how to maneuver the bike, get comfortable, and then you start moving up to something bigger.
I always recommend nothing smaller than a Road King, because
You think so?
because the average person, when they purchase that Harley, that's it. They ain't gonna be doing no refinance. The bread ain't right. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm talking to Mott, so y'all don't. You gotta understand that part too. But anyway, I always say a Road King, because the Road King is a street glide. It's a road glide. So you can even buy your Road King, and then a year later turn it into a street glide or a road glide.
That's true.
And it just gives you the best of every world that you're going to be into. But like Mott said, you have to buy something that you can handle, something that you can get comfortable
Very
with
important.
before you move up. But don't let these white folks sell you a sports shirt.
Please don't let them sell you no sports.
That's the first thing they want to put
You're
y'all
going to
on.
trade it in, and 2 months.
2 months. Because as soon as you whip that thing around the corner, be like, hey, man, not to mention, you can't ride with me with those sports. We going 150 take to take. You know what I'm
No
talking
offense to
about?
people out there that ride sports. So if that's what's for you, then that's for you. But yeah,
So what are you
don't do
got
it.
any plans for this year? Any major journeys this year planned?
My plan this year is just to ride my bike.
Yeah.
I'm with the Harley's Angels Motorcycle Club,
Shout
and
out to the
shout out to my Angels.
Angels, man.
And just ride with my sisters and go as far as I can.
Yeah.
Get ground
Congratulations
pounder
on
again.
Girl Pounder again.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations on that sergeant on spot.
Yes.
Congratulations on that
Thank
nursing
you.
school. You already know my girl was smart and paid, and I'm her brother. I got a little, you know what I'm saying? You know, look out for your boy. But she's doing it all, man. She's balancing it all, man. A mother, a wife, um, in school, work, just doing everything and still finding time to enjoy this HD thing. And it's in there. Like one thing I think Rover, your husband, always tell me, whatever a nigga want to find the time to do, he
He will
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Definitely.
He gonna do, man.
Definitely.
And when you just got good people around you, man, and helps you motivate and help motivate you and keep you focused, it just makes it a little easier. So, nothing smaller than a soft tail coming from Mott. I would suggest a Road King, but Mott makes a good point. The soft tail is a Road King, basically speaking.
They're
But
just a little smaller
yes,
frame.
yeah, just a little smaller. So you start there, take your time. Would you recommend the class?
Definitely the class.
Definitely
Take the class.
Yeah.
Because the class teaches you how to be safe.
Defensive drive,
Yes.
and the number one rule on anything HD is do not panic. No matter what,
Do
if you
not
even if
panic.
you see the car and you know you finna this what you finna do, just don't panic. If you don't panic, you can kind of work your way out of it. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't
Grab your clutch.
yeah, do something, but just don't panic. You feel me? Other than that, what would you leave somebody watching this, a female watching this? What would you leave her if you had one thing to leave them with? What would it be?
Hold your own.
Yeah.
Hold your own. Ride your ride. Do you. Don't do what somebody else does. Do what's best for you. Always go with your gut.
Yeah.
Always go with your gut. If something telling you go home, take your ass home. Just go with your gut and do you. That's it.
And my suggestion is don't drink and drive.
Please don't.
I'm telling you. This shit ain't working out. It just ain't working. Anyway, man, we love y'all. I thank you, Mott, for this time. You don't really understand how many people will be blessed by this video, just seeing you and hearing you say what you say, because a lot of, like I said, I get so many requests from just different people all over the world saying, hey, do this, do that. So this is one of those requests that I got from a female wanting to ride, starting off brand new. What should they do? How should they prepare themselves? And because one of the questions was, so how do these women, don't they got families and don't they got this? So how do they find the time to ride? Well, you just heard Mott say, you got to find it. It's in there.
It's in there. even if you leave the house and you go down the street for 30 minutes or go meet somebody out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah.
And you need that time. Take that time for yourself.
Yeah.
That's time you don't get back, so take it.
Well, there it is, that man. It's your boy Big Show, FHOHNRC, the girl Mott Rover, Harley's Angels in the building, doing what they do, man. We love y'all. Stay tuned. I got another episode I'm gonna do on my bike with handlebars. We're gonna explain the difference in why you want handlebars as opposed to stock handlebars. So stay tuned. It's your boy Big Show, FHOHNRC, and I'm gone.
Yeah. Hey man, my real